Hey guys, what's up? I do realize this is a new angle for my channel and this is filmed in a very binging with Babbish style, but the kitchen was loud today and this is also the best angle for filming, so here we are. Before we hop in, I do want to say that this video is sponsored by Skillshare. If you didn't already, Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. It's curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads and they're always launching new premium classes, so you can always stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. Recently, I've been wanting to improve on my food photography, and to my surprise, they actually had a lot of courses ranging from shooting at restaurants, iPhone photography, and prepping for a photo shoot. Recently, I've been watching this food photography course taught by Leela Sid, and guys, I highly recommend it if you're getting into food photography yourself. She definitely answered a lot of the questions I had, like what kind of lens I should use, how lighting works in a photo, how to arrange a plate, and what colors work best together. So if you've been thinking about trying out Skillshare but still not entirely sure, the first 1,000 people to use the link in my description will get a free trial of their premium membership. Alright, so back now to the food. So I do want to say that the reason I'm making this video is because I recently made some green tamales and I had a lot of the filling left over, and my mom was like, hey, why don't you make green enchiladas? And I was like, hey, that's a great idea. So here we are. So to make the green sauce, it's actually way more simple than it looks. So first you're going to start off with a tomatillo. You can get this at really any Mexican market. So for this, I have the recipe. I used 5 tomatillos and I used 3 serrano peppers. This will make the sauce a little bit spicy. So if you want to make it less spicy, use 2 peppers instead of 3. And to help everything cook through, we're going to be adding about half a cup of water. Cover and let cook for about 10 minutes. If you run out of water during the cooking process, don't be afraid to add more. We're not trying to sear the tomatillos and peppers. We just want to cook them through until they're soft. So after about 10 minutes, you'll know that the tomatillos are ready if you're able to pick them up and squish them like this. After passing the squish test, get your handy dandy blender ready to make the sauce. Go ahead and add the tomatillos and the peppers we just cooked. Then we're going to add some fresh ingredients. Add in about 1/4 of a white onion, 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, and 3 stems of cilantro. Since I'm making a little less sauce than you would need, I would recommend upping all the ingredients, so be sure to check the description for the full recipe. Also, forgot to mention this, but definitely add salt, maybe half a teaspoon or more. Salt to taste. Next, you're going to want a deep dish, like this 9.5-inch pie glass. We're going to add some of the sauce we made so that we have a place to soak our tortillas. But before soaking, make sure you microwave your tortillas in a damp paper towel for about 30 seconds so that they're easier to roll. In this video, I used the corn and wheat tortillas from Trader Joe's. Personally, I would use 100% corn tortillas from any Mexican brand like Mission or Guerrero. These tortillas aren't as thick and they won't break as easily as these ones. These were the only ones I had on hand though, so I rolled with it. Pun not intended. Finish off your filling with any vegan mozzarella of your choice. Also forgot to mention that the filling is simply the sauce that we made with some unripe green jackfruit. It tends to taste tangy when straight out of the can, so be sure to rinse it thoroughly with water before adding it to your sauce. Again, the full recipe will be down below in the description. After you're done rolling up all of your enchiladas, place them back into the dish we rolled them in, all nice and snug, so that they don't unravel and become messy. Then top with the same cheese we used earlier. This cheese ended up melting on the inside, but not so much on the top, but I weirdly didn't mind it because it kind of looked like cotija cheese. Cotija? Do you guys know what that is? Anyways, put in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit and cook for 20 minutes. Now, I don't know about you guys, but my family definitely drinks Atole around this time of year. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a traditional corn-based drink that is really popular during Day of the Dead and around Christmas time. It's typically made with tamales, but I was really craving it, so I decided to include it in this video. Usually my mom loves making this stuff from scratch, but I decided to be nostalgic and grab one of the packets I used to love as a kid. Heat 4 cups of milk in a saucepan. I used sweetened almond milk, and in a separate cup, dissolve the Atole packet into 1 cup of cold milk. I also added a pinch of cinnamon to add a bit more dimension of flavor and some fall vibes. Also, make sure to keep stirring and to keep an eye on your milk because milk boils fast, let me tell you. Alright, after cleaning up that chaotic mess and your milk starts boiling, make sure to add your Atole milk mixture into the pan. You don't need to cook this for much longer since the milk's already hot. I just stirred it for about 2 minutes and then you add as much sugar as you'd like. I think the recipe calls for half a cup, but I liked my Atole a bit less sweet than most people, so I just added maybe a 1/4 cup of coconut sugar. And now that your Atole is all thick and ready to go, put it to the side because at this point the enchiladas should be ready. Now of course, our meal wouldn't be complete without our Mexican clay mug, the perfect way to enjoy our vanilla cinnamon atole. At first, I definitely tried ladling the atole into the mug, but it was taking way too long, so at this point, I just grabbed the pot and poured it directly into my mug. Considering the mess I made earlier with the milk, I'm kinda shocked at how successful my aim was. I guess the last thing we have left to do is taste everything, and as expected, the atole tastes good. It tastes like sweet, thick milk, so it's pretty comforting. And as for the enchiladas, they taste so good. They taste nothing like your average enchilada. Tomatillos in the sauce make these enchiladas a bit tangy and light compared to your typical red ones. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and finish these, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, you guys.